Hi everybody, welcome back to the studio. Today we're going to be talking about the shoots that I've done so far this year. We're in 2025 March and I've had quite a busy 2 months really, so I'm just going to talk you through everything that we've shot in the last 7 weeks. This video is still sponsored by no one, although it is brought to you by chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip cookies will make you fat and probably make your teeth fall out, but without these little things I'd lose the will to live. Today I'm going to be taking you back through a few shoots that I've done over the last 7 weeks. Last year ended like it began, which was like a car crash basically, which is quite normal these days for photography. Photography's never been a tougher industry to be in, to be a professional, to make a living at it. There's a few reasons for that. I think COVID played its part, AI's playing a part. There's never been more photographers and not all of them are very good, to be fair, which doesn't help the industry. There are many reasons. To counteract that, one thing that I've done, and I've always done it, is I've done a lot of test shoots. Test shoots are paramount for every creative, I think, no matter what arena you're in, whether you're shooting still life, food, portraits such as myself. It's easy for me because I can just find people. I'm in quite a creative quarter of Sheffield, so I can find people to shoot all the time if I want to. So basically that's what I do, and if you're not doing test shoots then you've only got yourself to blame. So my grandma used to say, don't come running to me if your legs fall off. So earlier on Threads I did ask people if they wanted to ask me any questions about the creative process. So Akin Brown asked me, what's your process like before the shoot? How do you visualise the final outcome with your subject before creating the image? Truth is, a lot of the time I just don't. I'm kind of winging it. There's a few shoots that you're going to see coming up which were dictated largely by the location and largely by the light that was available. There's also a couple of ideas which I had. Kieran shot with the light bulb, which is this light bulb, £20 B&Q. Still not sponsored. Why am I sponsored by B&Q and light bulbs? Maybe next week. And also the Nicola Holt shoot where she's kind of coming through the scrim net. That's just scaffolding net, which I'd bought, I think I bought it 18 months ago, and then I saw on Harry Borden's YouTube, he'd shot Bjork like that years ago and filmed it. It looked so nice, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to try that. So I had to play with that. So thanks for that idea, Harry. But often there's not like a definite plan when someone walks through that door into my studio. It's just kind of suck it and see. I'm quite against the whole headshot type genre of photography, which is a little bit reductive. It's like a little bit of a race to the bottom. It's like a drive-through or a production line. It's just churning out shot after shot of different people but in exactly the same style. It's beautiful. Your mum might like it, but creatively it's not where I want to be. So I'm always trying to do new things, come up with new ideas. I often tell people that I'm winging it, which I am, and I'm not doing myself down by that. That's just when the creative process kind of comes, in a way, when I'm relaxed enough just to say to people, I don't know what we're going to do, we'll just turn up and we'll do something, we'll get something. And that's when you get into that kind of creative flow state that people talk about, and I think that's when ideas just come knocking at your door. So although it might just look like I sit here all day talking to a camera looking like a 10 bob BG, I am actually thinking about sort of the next shoot that I'm going to do and how I can come up with some ideas, but it's all very loose and there's nothing definite, you know, it's all, I'm quite relaxed about how I work. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to talk you through the last 7 weeks of work and shoots, and then any questions, just ask me in the comments below. So this is the first shoot. This is back in January, early January. This is Ben. Ben's a barber and he works in a shop of one of my mates, Tom, and he just cuts hair and he's just got this cool, really cool look. And because he's in Tom's shop as well, we got him wearing the kind of British made knitwear that Tom sells. So just took the RZ along and a couple of rolls of Delta and got some really nice shots of Ben actually. It was quite a good subject. And surprisingly, these, not surprisingly, but yeah, I never know what's going to do well on Instagram, but this did really good. This is Ellie. Ellie was, Ellie's an actor, and she needed some sort of, she wanted some headshots basically, but you know, she wanted something a little bit more creative. So we got out the projector attachment and did some cool stuff in half light. And she's really animated as well. She's good like into camera and playing to camera, which is always nice. Went outside, did a few movement shots as well, which are always quite nice to do. A little bit of movement on them, it just gets rid of that digital edge, I think, as well. So, and then we did the typical bog standard headshot that I moan about, and some other things as well. So gave her plenty of options. That's what actors want generally. They want a few good options, especially if they've been in something on TV or in a film or anything, because then it gives them some options for press as well, which is always a nice addition if they've got something like that. This is Charlie Howard. Charlie's an author, model, actress, and I've been trying to shoot Charlie for ages. We never managed to get it together. But for this, I went down to Silver Space in London in Docklands, and we just, again, she had hair and makeup, but we were kind of just winging it really, and just using natural light. Shot a mixture of film, digital. This was a commission as well, so I had to deliver on this. Later on, we got some really nice sunlight, golden hour sunlight coming in through the window. Shot 2 rolls of Ilford Delta on this shoot. That's a very classic kind of beauty look. Looks like something from the 60s almost. But it's a bit of a different thing for me, like shooting sort of like models and stuff like that. I know she's an actress, and but if I'm choosing people to shoot, I generally choose sort of like the oddballs and weirdos of the world, who tend to be my favourites. But Charlie shoots amazingly well. You cannot get a bad shot of Charlie. So she is a dream to shoot, and especially on film, she looks so good on film, because she just looks classic. It could be from any decade again, which is something I always try and achieve. A couple of contact sheets as well from the Delta. These are a nightmare to make. They take ages. Take a full day to make a contact sheet from the scans, but I think they're worth it. So this is Tom. This is the guy whose shop we were shooting Ben in. Tom came to the studio. We're doing a little bit of a creatives thing on YouTube where I showcase creatives. So this was part of that shoot. There's some behind the scenes footage of this shoot as well, which I'll put on another YouTube later on. But again, using the projector for that sort of like harsh sunlight kind of look in the studio. It looks like it's harsh sunlight coming in through a window. And shooting on Ilford Ortho, developed in Ilford DDX. For all you geeks. Again, classic look, could be any time from the 50s onwards, which is always a good thing for me. It's kind of my style, my signature look really nowadays. Ortho is a brilliant portrait film. Absolutely love it. It's actually my favourite film. Can't wait to use it outside actually in some good sunlight. The RZ, you can get so close with it as well. That's why I love the RZ. Bellows focusing, it just helps with portraits, just gives it another angle. And that beautiful shallow depth of field. So this is Sarah. Sarah's a songwriter from the US, and we booked a lifestyle studio in London. The light that was coming in was utterly beautiful that day. It was like early Feb, so what was coming in at midday was almost like a really low sunshine, but it was coming in through some net curtains and stuff. So part of being a photographer is not just knowing how to light with artificial lights, it's being able to recognise the light that's already there, and if it's there and it's good, then use it before you even break out any lights. This was done with a big softbox, it's a big small rig softbox actually. It's really nice light that comes out of that, and that was towards the end of the shoot. And again, we just wanted a range of different looks from beauty to kind of editorial, which I think we achieved on that shoot. Who's next? Who have we got next? This is Sarah again in that beautiful low winter sunlight. It can be quite blue. You do have to warm it up sometimes in camera or in post, but that's the beauty of digital now. you can do that. You can change the colour temperature, you can just warm it up easily. Shoot on nostalgic neg and GFX and you get that warm look anyway. So, but we love these shots. This is a test shoot of my friend Amelia. This almost got me kicked off Instagram again. I thought they'd relaxed the rules on Instagram, but that's one of my favourite shots I've done for ages. Because we did actually take a head off for that and then we've put it back on for this shot. Stitched it back on and put some sellotape. I'm joking. So yeah, obviously got nearly kicked off Instagram for that. Flagged straight away within seconds. This is Fatima. Fatima's this was a commission. She came up from London for this shoot. And she's a deaf artist, a deaf singer. She's done some really cool stuff. But we just wanted, again, we were just playing with the light, playing with the composition, playing with the set. You can see on that shot, I've used the set to sort of like help with the composition. But then the simple stuff works every single time. Just a simple softbox, you know, a beige colorama. Think about where you put the softbox as well. You don't always have to have it just above camera, pointing at the model. It's not doing the same job as the light in your fridge. It's there to be used and it's there for shaping light, right, rather than shaping faces and stuff, rather than just illuminating them. So this was a good shoot. I enjoyed this shoot immensely. She's such fun to shoot. It's quiet when she walked through the door, but by the end of it, she was enjoying the shoot. So this is the scaffolding net shoot with Nicola that I was talking about. I'd turned Nicola down about a year ago. She wanted to shoot with me, and I didn't know what to do with her because she's got that very commercial beauty kind of look, and she's an actress as well as a model. But I wasn't really sure what I could do with her. So when she came, she kind of persisted, and we eventually did shoot. Nothing against Nicola, by the way. I think she's absolutely stunning. But for my style, I just needed to find something that would work with her rather than the commercial look. So, but luckily we kind of did that. Again, just from, I didn't know we were going to do this really when she came. I just found the scaffolding net on a shelf and just thought, let's give this a try. So, but she's got such a strong look. She looks like a lot of different, she looks like Charlize Theron in some shoots. This is Kieran. This again, I just wanted to shoot with a bare bulb. Kieran's got a very kind of Tom Hardy kind of look, very kind of tough guy image. So I wanted it to almost look like a bit of a cell, like almost solitary confinement kind of thing. And he's that bored, he's just playing with a light bulb. And that's just a bog standard light bulb from B&Q, like a Home Depot type place. It plugs into the wall. If I could shoot that again, I'd probably use a diffused bulb. This is a bare filament bulb, and it's got like hot spots, but the shadows on it are beautiful. Everything just falls into shadow, so it's a silhouette apart from the face. It's a really good light, for 38 quid. In fact, was it 28? 38, 32 pounds, I think, that cost, that lighting rig. So, proof you don't need to be sponsored by Photo to do good editorial images. Added a lot of grain to these. I just wanted them to look really gritty and kind of cool. But that's it really, that's the last 7 weeks. So most of those are paid commissions apart from Amelia and Tom and Ben, which were test shoots. But again, it's probably some of those test shoots that got me some of these commissions as well, because they, you know, you put them out on Instagram and it just helps you to get more sort of, even if they're small jobs, it doesn't matter. A job's a job, whether it's a small job or a big job, you don't know where it's going to lead.